Hey teachers, it's Katie. I wanted to show you some of the features of Highlights in Hapara. Highlights is this third tab over, and it will show you basically what's on students' screens. There's a couple ways you can look at this. The class I'm looking at, by the way, is not meeting at the moment, so it doesn't surprise me that we have some students who are online and some students who are off, because this particular group of kids is not together working on the same stuff right this moment. But I thought this was actually pretty useful because it shows you lots of things that you might see. So right now I'm on the browser tabs, and this will show you exactly what you think. It shows you all the tabs that these students have open. So some of these kids are not actually online. Whatever class they're in right now, they're not using their computers. If you're seeing this data and your student is online, give it a couple minutes. Hapara refreshes, I think, every 5 seconds, 3 to 5 seconds. So it might just take it a second to get connected. As a teacher, you have the opportunity to actually go in and close some tabs here. I'm not going to do this to mess with Jack, but I am willing to bet that NFL players getting injured is probably not what he should be doing in class right this moment. Same with Mr. O'Leary down here. It looks like he's watching a Fortnite video. So you as a teacher can go in and click this X. You may want to give kids a heads up that you're going to do that before you actually close their tabs. Another view you can look at is current screens. Some teachers will project this on their ClearTouch or their Boxlight because it keeps everybody accountable. So if we may have to shrink our screen down a little bit, and I'm doing this by pressing Command and minus. I want to fit everybody on my screen. I could, as a teacher, show this on my board, and then this might help keep folks accountable as well because everybody in the classroom can see what everybody else is looking at. So that's a useful trick as well. If you come to Activity Viewer, this is just another way to get data on what your students are working on. Over here on the left, Class Activity shows you how many students are looking at a particular website. So for example, right now, 5 students have the PowerSchool Learning tab open. 1 is looking at Quizlet. If you scroll down a little bit, you've got a couple kids that are working together in Google Drive. So that's useful information as well. And then on the right is Unique Activity. And this is the students who are working on things and they're the only one that has that open. So I'll come back to Jack and Liam looking at YouTube. Jack is the only one that has this particular tab open, and Liam is the only one with that particular tab open. As a teacher, if you want, you can click on this particular snap, a little photo icon. And it basically creates a screenshot that you could send to the dean or a parent or talk about with the student later. So if we click snaps, it will show you, I think it takes a couple minutes to totally generate. But this will kind of record what the student was looking at and when, which I think is helpful as well. Please note that snaps are only available for a certain time. So if you wanted to save a true screenshot forever, you would need to make a screenshot on your computer versus a snap through Hapara. Let me see if I can get out of that. Okay. Finally, under Highlights, you have the opportunity to schedule browsing sessions. We talked about this in another video, but this is how you can actually lock kids into particular websites. So if you wanted everybody to be watching certain videos on YouTube, you could put those links here, and then you can actually focus the browsing so that students only can focus on that one video or one website. I hope this is helpful. If you take a look at some of these things and you need a refresher or a more in-depth explanation, this help button down here is very helpful. So I've used it before. It's like a search engine / chat. It's super helpful. All right, let me know if you have any questions, and I'll talk to you soon.